Hey everyone, Dandelion Princess here, and welcome back to Keyblade Chronicles. With Dark Road finally coming to a conclusion, I figured it was time to take another quick look at it and give you guys my thoughts on the finale. I'm not really gonna go super in-depth or anything, but yeah, if you haven't seen the finale yet, you should probably do that before watching this. First off, I do want to say that Dark Road really did get the short end of the stick, as even some avid KH fans haven't been paying super close attention to it. Coming off the heels of Union Cross, I feel like Dark Road is just going to be a super underappreciated title in the franchise, which is unfortunate because I actually think the story Dark Road tells is a really interesting one. First of all, I love the backstory that it does for Xehanort, though I don't necessarily think that it was needed in the way I feel the other installments did a good enough job setting up his motivations, and Kingdom Hearts 3 gave him a really good send-off in my opinion. So you could definitely kind of make the argument that we didn't need to see this. Xehanort was already a pretty compelling villain without Dark Road. That isn't to say it doesn't enhance things a lot though. Honestly, getting a little bit of a closer look at Xehanort's childhood really does put his ending scene in Kingdom Hearts 3 into a different perspective. Instead of him just realizing when he's been beat and giving up the X-Blade to Sora, with Dark Road, the scene now depicts that Xehanort acknowledged that Sora is the child of destiny. He's not just giving Sora the X-Blade because Sora defeated him. This is him giving in to the prophecy and relinquishing what he thought was his. On the subject of the whole prophecy, I actually really do like its inclusion. Throughout the series, it's gone back and forth on whether Sora is the chosen one of the Keyblade, or if he was just in the right place at the right time. And though Sora has fully accepted that he was given the Keyblade by chance, it really does come back to everything happens for a reason. Sure, the Keyblade was technically meant for Riku, but destiny was always meant to play out that Riku gives into the darkness and the Keyblade goes to Sora. Now, it is still up for debate, I guess, if Sora is the child of destiny. It's not really confirmed, so you could argue that it isn't him, but I mean, come on, it's him. Now, I have to talk about the man of the hour, and surprisingly, it isn't Xehanort. The one and only Xigbar steals the show yet again. Now, just for simplicity's sake, I am just going to continuously call him Xigbar instead of Brig or Lushu or any of his other names. He is fastly becoming such a major player for this next saga, and I think it's great. Xigbar is one of my favorite organization members. I like his fighting style as it's way different than anyone else, and he absolutely stands out more than any of the other villains. And for what seems like the longest time, the series has hinted that he is more important than he seems. I absolutely love that we're finally seeing it come into play. He's just a super cool character, and I can't wait to see what he does next, as he's pretty dang unpredictable. So I also find it really interesting what Dark Road kind of does with the idea of bloodlines. This isn't the first time bloodlines has really come into play. We have heard in the past that Eraqus comes from a long line of Keyblade Masters, which ends up being a big reason as to why he becomes one. The fact that Xehanort is actually a descendant of Ephemera is honestly super interesting to me. And again, it's one of those things that changes a scene that happened previously in the series, being when Ephemera appears to Sora at the battle in the Keyblade Graveyard. It honestly makes me question some other characters, like Sora himself. Even characters like Riku and Kairi come into question to me, especially Kairi, because it seems like her grandmother knew a lot more than she should have, possibly. So it is definitely possible that she could be descended from somebody important as well. Honestly, it was pretty crazy to see just how much death was actually in Dark Road. I mean, we had characters just biting the dust left and right almost by the end. I will say maybe the downfall of Dark Road is just the idea that we kind of expected these characters to die. We pretty much knew it was coming from very early on, and even if we didn't, we could definitely speculate on it, as they're nowhere to be seen in the rest of the series, and they are never mentioned by either Xehanort or Eraqus. That, paired with the short runtime that Dark Road had, it didn't really leave a lot of room to get attached to any of the characters. The one that probably hit me the most out of all of them was probably Vor. All in all, I really want to see this story told on a much larger scale. Don't get me wrong, I think they did really good with what they had for Dark Road, but they definitely could have gone a lot further if it was a full-scale console game. And who knows, maybe if it had, I would have been more attached to the characters. Who knows though, maybe these characters will come popping up again. Certainly wouldn't be the first time in the series. All in all, I did really enjoy Dark Road, but I want to hear your guys' thoughts. What did you guys think of Dark Road, and were there any big reveals that just really stood out to you in it? Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time.